Hi, you guys. Welcome to the first episode of my podcast. Now, I don't have a name for it yet, but it's okay. I'm starting off with the first episode. So, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be chatting about the T app. Now, there's a lot to unpack here, especially if you don't know what the T app is. So, the T app is it's supposed to be a dating advice app, and it's basically designed or created to help women feel more safe while dating, and it's actually described as a whisper network. But the whispers are getting very, very loud just based on the pictures. These red flags, that are being showcased with some of these guys. There's actually very few women, though, that you may see on this app, too. And only women are allowed on this app. Now, I'm not really sure if any, like a guy could actually, be able to get on there, but I highly doubt it unless you do have a woman, you know, that you can actually look on there if they are on there. But the app, well, this T app, you have to be verified. They even, ask for your ID so they can verify that you are a woman, and it takes quite a while to be approved. For me, approximately, I got approved probably like 2 week in 2 weeks or something from the time I did download the app or whatever. And I'm honestly just on this app. I'm like a fly on the wall, code name iPad baby. I'm just a fly on the wall, just observing, looking. Okay, and I was like, after, a couple of times looking on there, scrolling, I was like, you know what? Thank God I don't have nobody to look for or to be on the watch for on this app. I was like, thank you, God. Okay. If you are single and you thinking about looking on this app, it's literally like you're not missing out on nothing. And I'm honestly not even sure where these pictures are coming from, because I did notice that some of the women are getting these pictures from like other dating apps, or they're getting it from, the person's social media accounts or whatever, or pages. And yeah, the pictures are very alarming, especially, and I'm not really sure if it's like a certain age group, but I did notice like the ages between 18 and I'm gonna just say like 30. It seemed like most of the guys, the pictures that I saw, these guys look like they are in gangs. I mean, they're posted up with guns, and that looks very dangerous. And it was actually quite disturbing too, because it's like the women are the girls that are posting these guys, and they're actually asking for tea on them. It's like, sis, the him posted up with that gun is like all the tea and the information that you need on this person, which is really unfortunate, especially for like younger women that are dating. And it's like they are actually interested in these type of guys that are showcasing their lifestyle, which looks very dangerous, because it's like, why are you dating a guy that is posted up on social media? He has a picture of a big giant gun. I don't know if it's a Draco, AK-47 or what, but these are like big guns that I saw. And I was like, wow, it's like I felt like I needed to call the police. It's like I don't even know if I needed to call the police or what. I feel like I need to snitch because they had the person name, their age. I'm not gonna actually do that though, because they ain't none of my business. But how I feel. I'm like, wow, like I could actually snitch on this person, because I highly doubt if he licensed to carry, but he posted up with that big gun. So in this app, you can actually do a phone number lookup. You can reverse image search. So you can like put in the person's picture, and you can do a background check. You can actually check the person's criminal records and court records too. And I'm assuming that's kind of like the same thing. Honestly, I never had to look up anybody's criminal records, but I do feel like if you got to do all that, then that could be a sign too. It's like maybe that person's not for you. If you feel like you need to look up the person's criminal records, I mean, I feel like it is good to know, but it's like, come on now, especially if the person does have a record. But you can look that type of information up. I'm not really sure if you do have to pay for that, because I did not use that feature or those features, because I don't have nobody to be certain. I don't want to search up nobody's criminal records. I really don't have the time to be doing all that. But apparently, some women are doing that or having to do that. So I do believe this app can be helpful to women, but I feel like it can only be helpful if some women actually take the app serious. Because why am I scrolling on this app and I see a picture of Chris Brown and he got 50 green flags? Okay, not saying that he should have any red flags, but it's like, why is Chris Brown on this app? So I also too seen a picture of NBA YoungBoy. It's like, why is he? Why am I seeing a picture of him? It's like I'm seeing pictures like randomly of celebrities, and it's given like these women are not taking the app serious because it's like, okay, I'm not. I'm sure they're not actively dating Chris Brown or NBA YoungBoy or whatever. But yeah, I feel like the app can be helpful to women. I feel like it could only be helpful if women actually are posting, real tea or real red flags about these guys that they are actually dealing with or they have actually encountered. There was a couple of stalkers on there too, and I feel like that is very helpful type of information. But some of the stuff that I was seeing on there, it's like it just shows where some of these women are not really taking the app serious, which is really unfortunate because it's actually women out there that have been assaulted or they have encountered or dated, possibly even too married to some of the guys that are on there or that could be on there. It's like some really serious things that other women are needing to pay attention to or watch out for. So I'm actually more concerned about the age range between like the 18-year-olds and like I'm gonna just say 30 because those guys look very dangerous, y'all. I mean, it just looked like they were a part of gangs and the fact that there's young girls out here that find that I don't think that look to me that's like it's nothing cute about that. Like a guy posted up with a big gun on their social media. It's nothing cute about that. But I'm just like more concerned for the younger women because I had did a little research. I never looked this up before, but the now this is for the US, but it's the domestic violence rates in the US. So about 39% of women and 30% of men have experienced rape, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner in their lifetime. And this is actually according to the National Domestic Violence Hotline. So, on average, nearly 20 people per minute, not even an hour, 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner. And the abbreviation for that is actually IPV. I never knew that. But the statistics for this, they're actually higher when it comes towards like severe physical violence, injury, and homicide resulting from intimate partner violence, which is super scary. And I actually took down this note too. It was talking about guns in the home. So that's like really important too when it comes towards like, being in a relationship, living with somebody or just dealing with somebody that does have a gun, whether they're licensed to carry or not. But I feel like it's not safe for women to live in the home with a guy, especially if there's like a domestic violence situation. But it says guns in the home. The presence of a gun in a domestic violence situation increases the risk of homicide by 500%. That number is extremely high. But I just don't feel like it's safe for women to actually be living in the same household of with a guy, especially if there's any type of signs of physical abuse, even like emotional abuse too. But yeah, that is definitely something to pay attention to, especially when it comes towards younger women, but honestly, just like all age range too. But to me personally, just from being on the app and just observing, it seemed like the younger women, it's like they think that that is cute. Like a guy holding a gun, it's like they posted up with money. it look like they do drugs, sell drugs or whatever. They actually think that's, attractive, I guess. I don't know what the mindset is, but you can actually tell you are, that you can see the mindset of these younger women when it comes towards like the type of guys that they are posting on here and like who they're interested in. But I did notice too, some of the it seemed like it was mostly younger women, but I noticed that these younger women that are posting these guys, right? They have not encountered the person. They have never dated the person, but they're interested in the person, right? And they are asking other women about the guy. It's like they're looking for tea on this guy that they don't know. And I feel like women, like just based on observing from this app, I feel like women cannot trust other women online when it comes towards like, advice on like who they should date, what they think about the person. Because most women do project onto other women and men too when it comes towards like relationships, even like marriage too or whatever. But they like to project, and it's like you cannot take everybody's advice, especially if it's not coming from a genuine place. Now I can see if the person's like very genuine and they're speaking from experience. Now then you can take their advice, but just like some random online stuff, especially with somebody that you don't know and you're asking them for advice on your dating life, it's like are you trusting your intuition, or are you even listening to your intuition? Because it just shows that too, like most women are not using their intuition these days when it comes towards dating these guys. So I feel like that is very important to take note of too. But I don't think some of these women on here on this app are actually being genuine about the red flags, because I had noticed today I had got on there because I've been like creating these notes or like writing down these notes for like the past 3 days or whatever. So I was like, let me just go in there today and just see, you know, what else I can talk about or whatever. But I noticed that some of the women are not being honest when they're clicking or hitting the red flag button on some of these guys. They're going based off of looks or like, the picture of the guy. And I'm assuming that some of these women don't know the guy, but then some probably do too, right? So it's like they just purposely giving the guy a red flag, even though he may not have that many red flags. So it's like you can't even trust the numbers of the green flags and red flags too. So I wish that women would take the app serious because I feel like it can be very helpful to women who are, really wanting some type of advice or just like looking for information on somebody they could be dealing with, independent on the circumstances too. Of course, like, seeking out another person's advice, but it's like you cannot trust everything that you see on there, especially when it comes towards like the numbers and then like the people who are wanting to comment advice, because they do have an advice section, and then they do have like you can post a picture of a guy, right? And then you can ask for tea on a person, but it may not be real tea because some of these women have not encountered or even dated the guy that they're giving tea on. So some of it looks like rumors, and it's just like, just based off of observation or hearsay. Like, the guy could have been dealing with the person's like family member or something of that sort, but it's like they never personally dealt with the guy. So there was like actually a couple of married ones on there too. Now I feel like that is crazy because it's like, of course they are. Now I feel like that is very helpful too, especially for the guys that are married on there. And some women have tea on that on them, or spotting out their red flags or sharing what they know about that person. I feel like that is very helpful, which is really unfortunate too, especially for the people or the person that they are married to. It's like that's not good news to hear about your your spouse being on the tea app, and these other women have so much tea on them. So yeah, I just wanted to share my little take and chat a little bit about this T app, y'all. Let me know if you are on there. Now you can't, it's not even like an app to where you have like a profile or nothing like that, because it's supposed to be anonymous. But if you have taken a scroll, a walk on the T app, let me know your thoughts on it. Like, I don't know if I'm the only person who's seeing this or like, spotting this out or whatever when it comes to this app. But yeah, definitely feel free to share your thoughts on it. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this first episode. Thank you very much for listening.